What's up, everyone? It's the week after the U.S. elections. We're just going to go through our past real quick. So AUD CAD, we did respect our analysis originally. We never took out that low, so we weren't really, or we did take out that low, excuse me, but we never got a solid body closure. So we were expecting price originally to come back here, but because we never got a body closure, we weren't going to be looking for that. Once we had that break to the upside, we basically had to shift in towards the upside. So now we're looking at bullish structure, meaning you can look for a long from this demand zone right here, with the expectation of taking out that low or that high right there, excuse me. Next up is AUD-CHF. AUD-CHF has been working its way to the upside. We did tap that demand zone over here. For right now, the expectation is basically to take out this high. So you could look for longs to trade in towards that high and take out that high. AUD-JPY, so once we had that break to the upside, the expectation was basically to trade all the way back to demand. Now that we're in demand, we can look for longs with the expectation of taking out this high. So you can look for longs right now. AUD-NZD hasn't really changed too much, honestly. We're kind of just playing right now within that range. We did take out that high, but we never really broke above it. So right now I'm staying out on AUD-NZD. AUD-USD, our analysis played out perfectly last week with the US elections. After that, we got that break to the upside. That basically signaled a change of character. So now we're looking for longs from that demand zone with the expectation of taking out that high. So you can look for longs now towards that high. CAD-CHF hasn't changed too much, but we did break to the upside, taking out all of that liquidity. Once we get a proper change of character, basically meaning a body closure, we can look for shorts back in towards demand. And then once we tap demand, we're gonna be looking for longs towards that high. CAD JPY, we did break to the upside, but not too convincingly. Once we broke to the upside, the expectation was basically to trade back into demand. Once we tap demand, we're going to be looking for longs to take out that high. So right now you can look for longs to take out this high. Once we get that break, we're going to wait for a proper change of character and then look for shorts back in towards demand. CHF JPY, essentially just still trading back into demand as we expected last week. So right now you can look for shorts in towards the downside. Do keep in mind that we are approaching the overall, or we did tap the overall discount zone, which does lower your probability of your analysis playing out. But for right now, you can look for shorts, basically continuing that bearish order flow towards the demand zone. And then once we tap demand, we can look for a change of character and then look for longs to take out this high. Euro AUD hasn't really changed too much. We tapped that demand zone. We got a solid reaction off of it. So a lot of people will be at break even right now. We're going to wait for some bullish momentum and then we can look for longs to take out this high. Euro CAD, we expected price to tap into demand. We did tap into demand. We got a solid reaction off of it. So you could have been at break even. And now it looks like demand has failed. So if we break a little bit lower, zoom in. If we break a little bit lower, we get a proper change of character. You can look for longs back into supply. And then once we tap supply, we're going to be looking for shorts. Euro CHF, currently ranging. Euro GBP, the analysis was basically once we tap demand to take out that long, or take out that high. We never really saw that. We just saw a small reaction off of it, and then we trembled to the downside. So right now, I'm just staying out because there's not a lot of clear momentum. Euro CAD, it's the same thing essentially. Euro AUD is pretty much the same as the other euro pair that we just analyzed. I can't remember which one it was. Then Euro CHF, we already analyzed that one. Euro JPY, tapped into that demand that we were expecting, got a really solid reaction off of it, so you could have been a break even by now. The expectation is to take out that high right there. So if I were you, I'd be looking for longs right now. You can, however, wait for price to come a little bit lower, tap that refined demand zone, then wait for that change of character, and then look for longs instead. Euro NZD, same thing. Euro USD, we were expecting price to basically trade short, and it's exactly what we're doing, but we did not come all the way back to this refined supply zone. We basically tapped the open of that supply zone, and then we went down. So for right now, you could still look for longs once you get a really strong change of character into supply, or you could continue to follow bearish order flow and look for shorts. GBP AUD is currently not really doing anything significant. Same with GBP CAD, same with GBP CHF. All right, this one's playing out nicely. GU, we were expecting price basically to respect that supply zone, And then once we tap that supply zone, we are expecting price to go lower. So for right now, I'm going to be looking for shorts to take out this low. Once we take out that low, we're going to wait for a change of character, look to trade back into supply. Once we tap supply, we're going to be looking for shorts once again. NZD CAT hasn't really changed. And let's see, NZD USD. Well, we never really saw that body closure, so we weren't going to be looking for shorts. Now it looks like we broke to the upside slightly. However, I'm not really too convinced. So right now I'm just staying out until we break to either one side on the NZD USD. USD CAD hasn't really changed. U-shift, we are still waiting for that proper change of character. Once we get that change of character, we're going to be looking for shorts into demand. Once we tap demand, we're going to be looking for longs to take out that high. UJ is respecting our analysis nicely. This one played out from last week, basically respecting that demand zone and then taking out the high. So for right now, we were looking for shorts back into demand. Once we tap demand, we got a really solid reaction off of it. So you could be break even by now. I know a lot of our members are break even right now. The expectation is basically to take out that high. And finally, gold hasn't really changed either. There's nothing really significant on gold right now. So that's it for today.